Hello, welcome to another Customer Insights and Experience Share. I'm Zamir Javer, Jumpfactor CEO, and today we have a special guest, Shayan Rashid from SRJ Chartered Professional Accountants. Shayan and his firm have been a client of Jumpfactor for several years, and he's here to share some of his insights as a leader in the accounting field, and also his experience in working with a lead generation partner, in this case, Jumpfactor. So just a little bit of background about the firm, and then I'll hand it over to you. First, Shayan, thanks for being here with us today.
Appreciate you having me on, and thanks for all your help over all the years. So it's been a wonderful time for us in the firm.
Awesome. So SRJ's CA or SIJ Chartered Professional Accountants has been around since 2011. The firm has ramped up to just under 40 people. Shan is one of the founding partners. He's the CEO there. And the firm engaged with Jumpfactor in 2016. Now, they are a cloud accounting and tax firm servicing businesses in Canada and has also recently begun expanding their footprint into the US. And Shayan brings over 15 years of experience in the accounting field, and he's we're happy to have him here to share some insights. So, Shayan, maybe you can share a little bit just from your perspective of more specifically what does the firm focus on, and just some of your background.
For sure, appreciate it. So our firm, when we initially started, we were a typical chartered accounting firm, CPA firm, and we focused on compliance and tax work. As the software and technology has progressed, we've been able to move to a virtual cloud accounting offering and focus on our main compliance work around tax and accounting, but then also now manage the accounting and bookkeeping function for a lot of small and mid-sized entities. And we're seeing tremendous growth in this area because, for most of these companies, they may have started with a junior bookkeeper and, a business owner who doesn't know really what the financials should look like and doesn't really know how to manage a bookkeeper, but they're relying on these bookkeepers for all their financial data and ensuring that everything's done correctly. And it really limits their ability to grow and understand and have confidence in their numbers and their ability to run the business.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing some of that context. So, kind of looking back at in 2016 when you had engaged with Jumpfactor, what led you to reach out and connect with the firm? And maybe if you can share a little bit of context of what was happening before in terms of helping to grow the firm, and then why the shift to partner with Jumpfactor.
For sure. Initially, when we started, I think we had someone that we worked with to do the site back in 2011, and we created content ourselves, and we're trying to figure out the best way to build our online presence. And as we started, our initial growth, and we were doing everything in the traditional route in terms of door knocking and to get new clients and reaching out to our networks. We saw that there was an opportunity to build a lead generation machine through our virtual online world. And I think it's at that time that we brought in a marketing director, a marketing manager, who was helping us to sort of reassess our marketing strategy. And we decided one of the pillars was going to be focusing on the digital marketing space. And in that search, we obviously found Zamir and the Jumpfactor group, and it was a great fit. And your knowledge and what you guys were offering was way it surpassed our expectations. And our marketing director had vetted your company along with a number of other companies and decided that you guys were the way that we were going to go in. It paid off. It was a great decision. So, we've experienced tremendous growth since we joined your firm, and we were able to use your services. And it's part of our overall strategy. But I think you have some of the numbers. The our footprint online is just incredible. So I think it's far surpassed our expectations initially as well.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and it's been great to be part of that growth and see, you guys grow and become such a successful firm in your space. And then I can see as well as, also position as a thought leader. So just some context for some of the viewers, the over the years, through the efforts on the search engine optimization and the content and marketing strategy, the site initially started and it was ranking for mostly branded terms, roughly around 600 keywords across the country. And over the years, that has now increased to over 19,000 different keywords, which is a significant and massive increase. And so obviously it's been growing in both the geographical footprint of keywords as well as scope of different services across a variety of different topics. Additionally, the traffic has soared almost 20-fold. And so I understand from some of the data we have here, Shan, and also what your team has validated, that the leads have ramped up to a height of about 240 leads per month. Obviously, there's some ebbs and flows depending on the seasonality, but that seems like a massive shift and increase. And to date, the firm has generated over $10 million in revenue verified. And so that's amazing. We're so happy to see that success. And I'm curious, on your side, what impact has that had, that level of lead flow? And maybe you can share some insight on how has your operation changed internally in terms of handling and intaking this level of lead flow and kind of processing it.
Yeah, for sure. We've had to reassess our operations and how we are able to screen the inbound leads because these are bookings that we're talking about that are coming directly on our team calendars. So we've added the partners and managers have a schedule of when they are going to be available to meet with the potential clients and assess if it's a good fit. Our marketing managers created screening tools where as soon as a lead is booked, they go through a process where they're sent additional questions through a questionnaire about what services they're looking for and requesting more details about themselves or the company. And it helps us assess if it's a good lead, so we can focus on making sure that our team's time is focused on high quality leads. And even with that, our team is still swamped. Like at certain times of the year, we have to sort of block off our calendars because we're so busy and it's so many leads, which is, thank God, an incredible issue, an incredible problem to have for a mid-sized business. Um, and our challenge, and we reassess this every couple of years, is making sure that when the leads are coming in, that we are able to assess them quickly and we're able um, to connect with them. And it's we've thought about if is there a way to partner with other firms or companies where we can sort of coordinate with them on the leads for some of the services that we're not providing or we don't want to keep in house. And there's a lot of opportunity. So it's not only sort of within our own business, but there's a lot of opportunity to decide what to do with this volume. And it's been fantastic. I know I talked to other people who are just struggling to keep the current revenue levels. And, our team doesn't have to do anything outbound. They don't have to go, if they don't want to, they don't have to do any sort of networking, where you see other firms where their partners are mandatory required to be on 2 or 3 boards and, are constantly at dinners and meetings trying to meet new people. And we don't have that requirement. Ours is just managing our relationships, focusing on our clients and the quality of our work, which is a huge benefit for a firm of our size and any firm, any company in the services industry, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. You touched on some key points there that I love. One of the things I always try to share with our clients is that the speed to lead is a big thing. It's one thing to get the leads in the door, but you got to be on them. And it sounds like you guys have a really tight process of screening and then following up very, efficiently and quickly to make sure you get a high connect rate. And then the other thing you touched on is obviously the choice. Once you have a volume of leads coming in, you can be selective about the leads you take on. You can
Hmm.
pick the clients that are a good fit, and refer out the other ones that are maybe not as ideal. And that's something that many of our clients do, is to kind of have referral arrangements. And I know one of the things you've shared just from some of our chats is that you've been able to leverage the lead generation and for expansion in terms of services that you're now broadening into or have broadened into, as well as geographically across the country and also into the U.S. Any context you can share there and how that has been progressing?
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. As soon as we try to focus on a new service area, we see that the lead flow follows that consistently. Where it may be that we want to focus less on personal taxes in one year and more on bookkeeping work or accounting function, like creating an accounting function, that type of work. Um, and we see that, and I'm always surprised of how quickly that flows in terms of our us coming up with a strategy, creating the content and then the SEO implementation to a lead. You would think that it would there would be a lag, but it's so quick nowadays that and it's obviously a testament to all the hard work that you guys do, where it's incredible. Like the pace, the speed, the velocity of those leads is just incredible. So we can make decisions about where we want to go, and we know that the work and the clients will come. So it's so we can, from a staffing perspective, from an operations perspective, processes, all of that can be developed from strategy to implementation to getting the actual work in. So it's a really smooth process, and it works incredible for us.
Awesome. Yeah, again, that choice and I think obviously over the years since we've been working together for so long, your site now with the optimization has gained a lot of authority and credibility. And so
Mhm.
as we add more, it's quicker and shorter. And that's one of the benefits that sometimes people overlook or need to understand is that it is a bit of a ramp up on SEO in the beginning, especially if you have a
Mhm.
low authority of your site. But as you build authority and credibility, there's a compounding effect and it just becomes faster and faster. And so that's fantastic to hear. And so, in terms of obviously the results are fantastic and great, but you also have to enjoy working with the team, which, we love working with your team as well. And perhaps you can share some insights on just the project management and responsiveness and expertise of the team that, you've worked with.
Yeah, for sure. It's not only obviously I spent a lot of time with the team, but I also have specialists, on the marketing side who are coordinating as well. And even our internal team, they're learning a ton when it comes to our marketing director from the Jumpfactor team. So we may have certain things that we want to accomplish, but we don't know how to get there. And your team is always so knowledgeable in terms of strategy, in terms of implementation, and how to get results. So we our internal team, for them it's like also a plus, a benefit, because they just get to increase their knowledge so quickly, and are able to grow as well. So it's we always make sure we bring in the best people to work with our team. And you guys, it's sort of a hidden benefit, but our team gets to grow and learn and expand because of how knowledgeable your staff is, and they love that from a career perspective as well. So it's not only about sort of the accounting, the lead side. It's about giving our team opportunities to grow and learn, and there's so much knowledge on the Jumpfactor team, and not only on the SEO side, but all marketing and branding aspects. So it's fantastic to see that.
Well, great to see that there's been some the value there. We definitely focus on bringing on and building a team of really strong specialists. We kind of call it T-shaped marketers that specialize in one area and they kind of work together in orchestration. And so
Mhm.
they all learn from one another, even in our team. And then it's great to see that. And we've had that sort of feedback as well, where clients have found that there's a lot of added insights, and we love to be able to bring to the table new ideas and things. So, thanks for sharing that. And maybe to wrap up, one of the things that is always valuable for our viewers is when selecting a partner, if you're looking for growth, it can always be challenging. There's so many different options out there. And From your perspective, what are some of the key things that a firm, whether it's an accounting firm or other kind of professional services or maybe technology firm, should be looking for when selecting a vendor, and anything else you'd care to share about your experience with Jumpfactor?
Yeah, my guidance, even to my own clients, people starting out, people who are at a growth phase, you always want to go with a company that's been around for a bit, who are progressive and specialized in the space. You don't want generalists. You don't want sort of people who say they can do A, B, C, D to Z, and double A as well. Um, that's the main thing. And just when you're building out your various functions, whether it's your accounting or marketing or HR, uh, you build the best team possible because you don't understand how much that's going to help you grow in the long term and save in terms of costs as well. Because when you have the experience of, a firm that's been there, done that, and the learnings internally, it, you can't, no matter what you try to replicate internally or with someone who's just starting out or, doesn't have the success of a firm like yours, Amir, people are just going to struggle and not going to get to either cost them dearly in terms of lack of growth or stagnation in their companies, and lost opportunities. So always choose the best, choose people who have results like you've shown us, and invest in the best team, invest in the best technology, because when you see people are just trying to save costs and trying to maximize their own profit and not willing to spend on their team and their technology, then you know that it's probably not the best place to be and not where you're going to get the best results. So there's a ton of benefit by going with the firms who have the best results and who have a great track record.
Awesome. Appreciate that. And yeah, you shared one thing there, which I think is often overlooked, is the opportunity cost, right? Is you
Hmm.
want to make sure that I think that you're doing the due diligence to verify the results and ensure that that's something that you have a very high chance of achieving. Because more than anything, a lost opportunity cost can be very costly for a firm. So, Shan, I want to thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure to catch up and connect. I look forward to reconnecting again, hopefully in person soon. And thanks for all of your insights. I'm sure our viewers will find it very valuable.
No, I appreciate you having me on, and yeah, anyone who is considering, a digital marketing firm, SEO firm, there's obviously I can't really highlight the benefits that we received other than the numbers we've put forward. But Zamir's team, I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart because you guys have done incredible things for us and really changed our business in ways we can't imagine. So appreciate that and want to say thank you again.
Awesome. Thanks, Shan. Have a great day.
All right, take care.
Cheers.